The new age and era of the Earth's rotation is here. The Earth is spinning backwards. A sudden change in direction. No longer is the planet moving from the west to the east, but from the east to west. The sun and the moon will rise in the west and settle in the east. Such a reversal has made the earth much greener to expand. Greener pastures. Green is always greener on the other side. The winds and ocean currents have shifted the planet's climate entirely. The ocean's primary function as a global climate control is through the distribution of the sun's heat all over the earth. The waves divert moisture from the driest lands and carry rainfall to jungles. An important ocean current has disappeared from the Atlantic Ocean. A different current is surfacing, traveling from the Pacific to the Indian Ocean and then farther. The Arabian Sea is now responsible for distributing heat around the globe. Behriya, the navel, a voyager, the creator of ripples within water, has come to land, transcending natural frontiers. Behriya, reigning upon the elevating sea levels. No horizon in sight, simultaneously springing up from beneath the ground and falling from the sky. The waves are choking the land. Always in motion, faster and faster, higher and higher. A trickle-down effect, drop by drop. Hands clasping out for trickles of capital, never hitting the ground. Palms stretched and still awaiting, tapping ferociously at the screens. Behriya cements a scaling system of modernity. Modernist icons, modernity as a time-lapse, modernity as a mirage. Modernizing, collapsing the atmosphere and earth as one. An absolute oneness. Behriya has provided the oneness. Tawheed, an absolute uniformity from above. Tawheed as a zone of generic urbanism. We say, back to nature, back to time, back to Trans-Pakistan, back to you through a planetary society that is yet to fully materialize. Behriya once instrumentalized the compass, guiding fluid terrains, its fluidity now submerged in real estate. To help everyone find their place on their world, dunya. Make the search and sell the experience, guiding you from coast to coast. Such transversing has made time zones just as fluid. Visit their ancient civilization of the Islamic Republic of Egypt, their Eiffel Tower, Lahore, their Trafalgar Square, Karachi, their Statue of Liberty, Islamabad. Relish their modernist ruins in newly cultivated matter. They plow over the gravel, ignoring clouds of dust ingested in their wake. Tend to the satellite image. Tend to the urban plan. This oneness of the world brought to you by Behriya Town. We own the interface to recreate our own image, scaling from the depths of satellite imagery to a pulsating eye. Naya Pakistan, Naya Dunya. The locale is the measurement of the global. The national is the measurement of international. from the 1 millionth to 1. 1 is now the 1 millionth. Improve your vision through orient color, a collapse of time and space. How can you move through this oneness? 1.
Sayyah,
The one who makes a tour or performs a journey in a circuit.
Sayyahat karne wala.
2.
Shahri,
The city dweller of a nation state, citizen.
3.
ghair mulki,
The alien.
ghair ghar,
The alien adobe.
Do you miss home? Select desired destination. This tour operating service is brought to you by Trans-Pakistan Adventure Services. Trans-Pakistan has returned after a session in sleep mode. It is resuming its services since 2005 to expand the notion of the tourist. This first initiative, iPlanet, aims to not only locate Pakistan but its user. iPlanet is the state-of-the-art phone application to guide you to traverse this terrain. It gives you the freedom to explore at Beria, a site of and off sites, offline through online, at your own pace. As a pedestrian in the speed of a tourist, crawling, walking, laying, lying. As a foreigner to the citizen, immigrant, homeowner, nomad, displaced. As a non-resident to the resident of a place, community, body, atmosphere. As a human to non-human, flesh, tears, plastic, concrete, dirt. You can start our walks at any time and stop whenever and wherever you like for as long as you like. Loiter amongst the checkpoints, slow enough to be registered as the checkpoint. You don't even need to hit pause because it cannot end as long as the screen is present. The screen is amorphous. The app uses your location at exactly the right time and place. Only as you start moving, playback will too. With each step, history will come, adventure will come, culture will come. Experience a touch of culture in almost every pixel, grounded at your fingertips. Raise your screen to the site and watch the urban activate. It is an easy-to-use system, available in both English and Urdu. It gives you directions, making it much easier to put your worries away and immerse yourself in your screen, not the surroundings. Find your location, and displays nearby, attractions, and landmarks will appear. Yes, your phone's built-in GPS is accurate. There is no malfunction. It is corporate simulacra. Emerge from the depths of the ocean onto the drooling pavement. Exit your vehicle and walk through the terrain of Tawheed. Please locate yourself so we may proceed. The imaginary of Trafalgar Square becomes Tawheed. 1. The lions guard the family's only space. They roar at onlookers outside of the heteronormative grid. They are maintained and tamed impeccably. No other fluid is required other than of global capital networks. You will be punished to offer your saliva. Spitting will be punishable. Bodily fluids from within are prohibited. Only transactional droplets of labor are accepted. Polish the lions in the scorching heat so the nuclear family may glisten. As the user, if you move 15 yards forward, the roundabout can be occupied. Moving counterclockwise, step by step, moving counterclockwise against the dunya created by Behriya. However slow or fast you proceed, you continue to trace away from the national grid and urban plan. Using these calculations from the urban plan, it's possible to work out the circumference of the Earth. Round and round the roundabout. Loiter and slow down. The axis spinning the angle does not change, only the direction of the axis. Given this information, what is the circumference of the Earth?
आप मोबाइल से पूछो. Ask the mobile. Are telecommunication systems cheap? Mobile possibilities. Copy costs are low and distribution mobile.
They touch the skies. They rest their heads in the clouds. They stand proud. They are timeless. This is part of the beauty of their land. It takes you to these spectacles of glory, to these peaks of own time, said the resident of Behriya town. Stay hovering, so the conditions of land do not make life unbearable, but always with a price. Buy your way into Tawheed. Exceptionalism for the generic. Below the plains of beige, call out for security. Tawheed can provide it. Behriya keeps in mind a bird's eye sociality, calculating the dots moving within the satellite image. Not only is the satellite image of the housing community displacing the city center, outside the clutches of the military state and historical notions of city expansion, but the gate is gating. A verb without an object. The gate and security barricades are represented as mass, a solid form. But it creeps, it extends and expands to consume as crashing waves. Behriya, the voyagers of the sea on land within its compounds. Land grabbing, cultivating and making the satellite image more clear in its acceleration. Thinking globally, shopping locally. Behria exclaims, "Let us all rest at Tawhid Square," a site to display a nostalgic modernity for a return migration and perpetual travel motion. The tension between older forms of national struggle and politics are reenacted around individual aspiration. Diasporic capital and bodies are attuned to individual aspiration. In the namesake of the homeland that no longer exists, homeland is in the eyes of dunya. Take a chance on alienation and lay bare onto a world within its frontiers. Welcome to Ihram-e-Misr, Lahore. Misr, the Romanized Arabic name for Egypt. Misr, singular of Arabic Amsar, which were early Arabic garrison towns. Misr, maritime intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance. Ihram as the pyramids. There are life-size structures of sphinx and cats in each street, making this whole community give a look of an Egyptian lifestyle, but no pyramids exist in this enclosed dunya. The resident arrives to enact the suggestive pyramid, an economic paradigm. Let our bodies become the infrastructural models against the pyramids. The user walks upon the market of social mobility and career, a board game available on www.facebook.com/labor.capital.enterprise.land. The gates of the ancient civilization of the Islamic Republic shall close. The urban layout within the confines engage in semi-public spaces. The marginalized urban poor, residents of the outskirts, are now outskirted. Behria recognizes this as another market for labor and maintenance of the community, and has such provided semi-public spaces on the roundabouts and aspirational monuments, creating empty promises and resentment. The displaced is now tourist. Trace alternatives. The Eiffel Tower is the mechanism to look out into the beige imaginary. For residents, it is consumed primarily as a view. Loitering within these large-scale monuments are the laborers. The image of the world by Behria. This mirage disintegrates if we look closely. Scale down. The moment you are climbing the hearth of the misaligned, welded Eiffel Tower in Rawalpindi, the metal shard calls out to you, grazing you as you climb past the teenage boys smoking across the soon-to-be-constructed homescape. The modernist icons gathered the dispossessed, the dislocated, the tourist, but also cultivate simulacra of animal life, residues of fiberglass, enamel paints, and metal. These imitations reenact individual aspiration, the galloping towards the Eiffel Tower, the ultimate modernist icon. Or by the polluted canal in Lahore, smaller bodies of water that the navel would not transverse. The imperfections of the fiberglass outlining the minaret of Faisal Mosque, a national religious icon, amongst the octopuses. We of Trans-Pakistan speak through these subjectivities, to slow down as the tortoises are suspended. Slow down. These small-scale sculptures invert the notions of the fantastical and gorge in the microscopic and plastic materials of its making. Asking to re-enter the gates and insert ourselves into the roundabouts of view and eventually into the homes of Behria. Within this mirage of modernism, it is said that the economy will just naturally adjust as the sea creatures of debris loom along the periphery of Behria town, outside of the naturalized, anew of the natural. We are slowing down the motorist to loiter amongst the dispossessed of Behria town. These imaginaries are just outside the gate, and outside, outskirts, right outside of the gated community, to enact a different kind of sociality. Let us gather at the roundabout and walk counterclockwise. A call to those of Trans-Pakistan, the dispossessed, the plasticine, the plastic, the residue, rendered into being.